Well, having declined assent to the Electoral Act Amendment Bill, what next should be expected from the National Assembly? Well, to answer this question, I'm joined now by the former second Vice President of the Nigerian Bar Association, Mr. Monday Ubani. Thank you very much for joining us on News Now. Now, President Buhari in his letter cited financial security and legal consequences for rejecting the bill. What do you make of some of these reasons?
I am totally not in agreement with the reasons that have been advanced by the president for rejecting to assent to that bill. If you recall that the president himself was elected through direct primary that took place prior to 2019 general election. So if the president came through direct primary, so it is now very amusing if the same president now is now trying to decry that process and then make it look as if it is a satanic process of electoral victory. And so I am not in agreement with the reason that the president himself has advanced. Well, what I can say is that the president has declined assent within the timeline allowed by the law. I think he has 30 days. He didn't communicate that on Sunday, which was the deadline, but he did that 2 days thereafter. I think what should be done now at this point is for the National Assembly to override the veto of the president and go ahead and pass that particular bill into law. The reason why I'm saying this is because they are the ones that have enacted this law. They believe in the content of that law. They believe in the provisions of that law. They are the ones that say that this is the best thing for Nigeria, who they are our true representatives. So if they have enacted that law and sent it to the president who thinks otherwise, what they should do is to tell the president that the president is wrong and they are right. And the only way they can prove that they are right is for them to override the veto of the president and go ahead and pass that bill. Assent to that bill, and it becomes a law. And then with all the beautiful innovations that are there, especially the issue of electronic transmission of result, which is one of the innovative provisions in that law, we should not throw the baby with the old. It will be the wrong thing for us to throw this particular law into the dustbin, and then we go back and start using 2010 Electoral Act in order to conduct our 2023 election. God forbid. We have moved further. We have advanced further, and we have made some innovations, in our amendment electoral law, which I think that the best thing at this point in time is for them to override the veto of the president and pass that particular bill into law.
From the legal perspective, what next line of action do you expect from the National Assembly?
And that is what I have just said, that they have to override the veto of the president by ensuring that they pass that particular bill into law. They don't need to be convinced. They don't need any team now to be raised in order to talk to them. They don't need any activist or any person now to speak to the National Assembly directly. They don't even require the begging of Nigerians for them to override the veto of the president. What I'm saying is that they are the one that enacted that law. They are the one that passed that bill. They believe in the content of that bill. They believe also in the provision of that bill. So what will now stop them from going ahead in order to override the president's veto? So the right thing for them to do in this instance is for them to override the president's veto and say, no, Mr. President, you are wrong. We are right. And so that will be the best thing for them to do in the second, because the Constitution allows it that if the president declines assent, the National Assembly by 2/3 majority can pass that particular bill into law, which is what every Nigerian now will be expecting the National Assembly to do. And if they fail to do that, that will make them the most toothless house ever in the history of Nigeria. And it will not augur well for those people that are representing Nigeria in this particular night assembly. So the best thing for them to do in order to redeem the image and redeem their reputation and redeem their name is to actually go ahead and override the veto of the president and pass this particular bill into law. They should not allow us
Indeed,
to conduct...
Mr. Ubani, but it's certainly a wait-and-see situation, and we'll see how the situation plays out. But former and second Vice President of the Nigerian Bar Association, Mr. Monday Ubani, thank you very much for your contributions.